Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing this fine day? I hope you had something to eat because today I'll be talking to you about female characters. That's right. Joking aside, I'll talk to you more about my manga too. Before we start, I hope it's not too much for me to ask for a like and subscribe. Here we go. So, while I'm drawing this page, I actually realized that I really need to redesign my main character's clothing because I don't want her to look like a derivative of Hyo from Chikuta because she inspired her design, especially the hair part. I really like how that character looks. So I want to redesign her clothing to be more unique and a little bit more simpler. I don't want her to be a fan service character, although she will have her moments. But at the same time, I want her to have beautiful and attractive feminine qualities. And how do we do that? Well, there are already a lot of female traits that stands on their own without revealing too much skin. For example, I could just pose her in a certain way or have her talk in a particular manner or give her a very sexy walk or even just show a little bit of skin. To me, the key to femininity is all about the hidden, the tease, the chase, or the eternal game of wondering. There's a famous saying in Japan, and it goes, the more something is hidden, the more beautiful it becomes. Kind of like a tattoo in certain parts of the body where it's not seen, but when it's revealed, there's a certain awe and appreciation that all this time you've been hiding something amazing. And that's the feeling I'm after. I can think of Rukia from Bleach. She's very feminine, and the artist didn't overly sexualize her, not even a little bit. Another example are the characters in Genshin Impact. Raiden Shogun, Eula, Fischl. I don't really actually remember much of the characters there anymore. I haven't played it in a while, but I used to be addicted to the game and thought that the character designers really did a good job on like making them attractive without overly sexualizing them. Although there are also those characters in the game too. And going back to the Bleach example, Orihime is a fan service character. And there's definitely nothing wrong with that. I don't discount those characters at all. I think they are important to a shonen manga and anime in general. It's also a challenge because it's so easy to make a character look good by just giving her less clothing. And I want to challenge myself by designing the main character to stand on her own without doing that. The male equivalent of this would be if you show too many guns or weapons on a male character, because it's so easy to make a male character look cool by just giving him big guns. And Vincent from Final Fantasy, he has a gun, but he doesn't show it, and he's already really cool without it. When he does pull those guns out, then it's even cooler. So that's kind of like the concept I want to bring to Hikari, right? I just want to repeat it that I'm not against fan service. In fact, I will have those characters in my story. This is not about an ideology. This is about the values I want to instill to the main character within the confines of the story. But when you design a character, you should also keep that in mind, that her values also reflects the way she looks. Later on, I'm going to redesign Hikari, and when I do that, I'll talk to you more about this. Right now, I'm focusing on rewriting my script to turn it into a one shot. I wrote 150 pages, but it turns out that that's not actually a good thing. So I'm going to dumb it down to at least 20 to 30 pages, which is very generous for a one shot. A one shot is a short story about the core value and the theme of the manga you're writing. For example, the themes of my story is about camaraderie and teamwork, and they need to learn that all throughout the challenges that they will be facing. But that's a very challenging thing to do, especially for a baby writer like me. I realized this after reading this book from Hirohiko Araki, the author of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The book is called Manga in Theory and Practice. I haven't finished it yet, but every time I go further in, I always wanted to rewrite my story. And my script has changed multiple times already. I plan to enter this into a competition where a manga editor can look at it, and best case scenario is to have them review it. I would love some professional feedback. So I'm gonna focus on making one shots from here on and hopefully one day get something serialized. That's the dream. It's a long and difficult road, but nothing in this life is worth it if it's not difficult. If that makes sense, right? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for supporting me. And like and subscribe. You guys have a nice day. Bye bye you.